I don't like the life I ended up in. And then you have to backtrack a lot. But the massive level of relief that you will feel as you start directing your life in the direction you want it to go in, instead of the direction it's just been kind of snowballing into, is massive.
Happy Monday, everyone. It's Sophie.
And Adi.
We're always looking for new ways to support you, and we know firsthand how life can get in the way.
So we've created 5-minute episodes with motivation from us and our great friends to keep you feeling ignited and inspired no matter what life throws at you.
Welcome to the Ignited Motivation Podcast. Mini episodes every Monday.
Listen while you brush your teeth.
Or on your morning walk.
And you'll never miss out on the latest tips and tricks that are keeping us feeling motivated.
You know, the specific ways we show up to every day matter a lot less and are less consistent between people. What matters is, where are you trying to go? What is the life you want to create for yourself? And it's a question a lot of us don't ask. If you don't know what life you want to create, if you don't know where you're going, then any decision in the moment, any path right now seems okay. Because it doesn't matter where I end up. But I think if somebody would have asked my dad, let's say somebody had a crystal ball when he was like in high school, and somebody said, hey, because he got accepted to the medical program in the military in Israel, which was really prestigious, and like only 5 or 10 people got accepted a year or something. So every step that he followed was really great in terms of the accolades he got. But if somebody would have sat my dad when he was 17, 18, getting ready for this, said, look, there's one version of you follows this path. You get into this program in the military, you do really well there, you stop serving when you're 30s, you move to the States, you end up making $1 million a year, being a doctor in New York and having this really great like apartment in the middle of Manhattan. You just die at 57 from cancer. And your relationship is a nightmare. Like your relationship with your wife is ridiculous. That's one path. In the other path, you do these other things and you don't make as much money, and maybe you live in a smaller apartment, and maybe you can't live in New York or whatever that is. And I don't even know that has to be true, right? You could still have made money. I don't know. But you have to make some compromises about what you see yourself as being important, which is kind of like being number one. Was when my dad, the important thing was to be amazing, to be great at whatever he did. I don't know what choice my dad would have made, but I think if somebody made it clear that the outcomes are different, because in this other version, he gets to live till his mid 80s and see his grandkids grow up and meet them, right? Like he never saw my sister get married. He didn't meet any of his grandchildren. He lost out on a lot of stuff that I know he would have loved. Not because of choices he made in his 50s, because of choices he made in his 30s and 20s. I want you to think, and not about what the outcome looks like in terms of how big your house is, how much money is in your bank account. Trust me, I've worked with billionaires and I've worked with people on Social Security. How much money you have in your bank account does not determine how happy you are. What does a good, normal day in your life look like? And you'll be surprised what's on that list when you write it out. And then comes this really beautiful come to Jesus moment. If I'm gonna make mine up. This is not yours. I'm telling you my perfect day, right? As I tell you this, I'm gonna realize some things I need to rejigger in my life too, by the way, literally as I'm telling you this, but it's okay. In my perfect day, I wake up a little earlier than my wife. I go work out. I prep for my day. Then I make breakfast. I probably don't drive the kids anymore to school because that hour and a half of driving drives me crazy. But either my wife comes with me and we have coffee after I drive the kids, or somehow else the kids go to school, like carpool or something like that. And my wife and I sit down, have coffee, catch up, talk about what the rest of the day looks like. Then in my day, I probably have 2 to 4 hours of meetings, and that's it. And the rest of the time is really left up for me to read, to think about what do I want to do at work, to get excited about things that feel good to me. Then the kids come back, I play with them. We either play sports somewhere or we like jump in the pool and do things like that. I make dinner or we go out to dinner. Then my wife and I get to spend like an hour, 2 hours at the end of the day, partially dreaming about what we want to do next. Where do we want to travel? What are some things that we want to do about the rest of our lives? And then we either watch a show, watch a movie or something and go to sleep. Like that would be an amazing average day in my life. I'm missing the coffee with my wife right now. I don't do enough of that. And then, but I actually just put this in a text with my wife just yesterday. We watched too much TV at the end of the night because we just want to tune out, and we've stopped kind of doing the planning. So there's two things that I would just need to adjust for my actual days to look like that. Too many people find themselves in their 40s, in their 50s going, fuck, I don't like this. I don't like the life I ended up in. And then you have to backtrack a lot. But the massive level of relief that you will feel as you start directing your life in the direction you want it to go in, instead of the direction it's just been kind of snowballing into, is massive.
You just listened to the Ignited Motivation Podcast.
Did you love the mini dose of motivation? Please let us know. Your feedback and experience is our number one motivator. Leave us a review, subscribe, and share with your favorite people on your favorite apps. And don't forget to catch the next episode every Monday.
Because we want to hear from you. So join the conversation and discover bonus content on our website and Instagram. You can find the links in the show notes. Now that you're ignited, what are you motivated to take on?